And we are live. Hello, everybody. It's us again. And I want to welcome everybody to the show. Hopefully, everybody can hear me. I am running this live stream off of a hotspot on my phone. So we're having some bad internet going on. So I thought I would try my phone, and it's working. So, anyway,
Hey, how you guys doing?
I want to welcome Brian,
Doing good,
Chef,
Chuck.
and Doug
Good.
Wilkinson to the show.
And Michelle
Oh,
Krause,
and
And
thank you,
us.
Michelle, for having us.
or we wouldn't be here.
Oh, whatever.
Yep.
It's all because of me. No, I'm kidding. Uh, anyway, so I wanted to say hello to Analog, to James. What good to see you. My Ange, good to see you. Welcome. She's my main moderator, of course. Always good to see you, Ange. And James, of course. And Gypsies. And Red Storm. And let's see who else. There was Susan, right? Did I
Mhm.
miss-
Cindy, Chemical Cowboy, a dog named Boo just jumped in. How you guys doing?
Hi, guys. Yeah. Chemtrail Cowboy.
That's a funny name.
Chemical. Chemical.
Oh, did I say chemical? My bad. Hey, same thing, isn't it?
Chemical. Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. Yeah, basically. Might as well be, right?
My oldest boy got taught in school that they're called chemistry clouds. Those straight line clouds, they're called
Wow.
chemistry clouds.
Oh, oops, sorry. Oop.
Like
I had my
cumulus
phone.
and nimbus and all those different clouds, stratus and whatever. Now we got chemistry clouds. They come out of the back of planes in straight lines.
That's right. So I guess you guys can hear me good. That's good because, like I
Loud
said,
and clear.
I just want to make sure my Wi-Fi is good. If you guys do have hear or anything or hear like any audio problems or anything like that, please let me know. Uh, Welcome, Ryan. Good to see you. So we're just going to let a few people come on in. Yes, blessings to all of you.
It's Brian. Good to see you. And James,
Yeah.
Red Storm, Cindy, Ange. Good to see you. Gypsies,
Yes.
James, but that's about it. Susan. I don't see anybody else right now.
Yeah. So we're gonna wait. We only got. Well, I always say we only got, but it says we have 19. Yeah, 19. That I'm reading right now. We'll wait for a few more to come in. Hopefully they do. If not, I can go ahead and say a little spew right now. So, um, so I want everybody here. I want you all to think for yourselves. Of course, do your own research. I'm not trying to. When I am doing these lives, I'm just trying to show you what I see. Doesn't mean that it's correct all the time, but and so basically today we're going to show you what I'm not going to say much on. I believe that the narrative we're being fed is not the correct narrative. So I'm going to kind of show you a little bit about. Welcome, Sally. Good to see you. I'm going to show you what I see the propaganda in it all. And I'm just going to say right out front, I'm just going to get this out of the way. I don't think Israel, this is the narrative is Israel was attacked. I think they're too powerful for that to have happened. But I think this is for Israel to attack. That's just my point of view. Doesn't mean it's correct, doesn't mean it's right. But I want you guys to all think for yourselves and come up with your own conclusion. But I'm just going to show you what I see, and then you guys just can go from there. Know.
Can I say one thing too about that? Yeah, kind of like a disclaimer, fair use, and all that stuff. But Yeah, always remember what the official narrative is. And a question everybody needs to ask themselves. We know about the Smith-Mund Act, the Smith Modernization Act, or whatever it's called. How can you tell the difference between propaganda and real? You know what I mean? That's why we want to look at all the sides, and you got to take your emotions out. You know, you can't let your emotions of, oh, they're torturing children, because that's the whole narrative that the terrorist group Hamas, they are torturing children, they're kidnapping Israelis, they're bombing innocent people. But, you know, what if that is propaganda? You know, and I mean, it triggers anytime you go against the mainstream narrative, that's what triggers people. And
Right.
that's what they want. They want everybody to be of a hive mind. You know, they want everybody to think the way they want them to think.
Yeah, James says it's not passing the smell test.
I agree.
And hi, Western. Good to see you. Well, I'm glad you're listening while you're painting. So I hope you have a pleasant painting day.
I bet, since COVID, a lot of things don't pass the smell test, even though smell was so supposedly been affected. Everybody's
Right,
starting to not,
Yeah.
right.
Hey, real
smell the
quick,
mainstream.
Chemtrail Cowboy put a comment that I want to touch on real quick. He said that one of the most capable militaries in the world, and they were surprised by a bunch of goat herders. Exactly. I mean, you got these ragtag people wearing masks that are literally sneaking in and cutting fences and kidnapping children and women to one of the greatest superpowers in the
On,
world, backed
on
by the United
paragliders.
States. Yeah, and well, we're coming to that, Brian. And yeah, but I mean, come on, use your common sense. I mean, you get a group of people and try to go up to the Pentagon or go up around, jump the gate at the White House or something and see how much havoc you can cause before a sniper takes you out. You know, remember when President Obama said, talking about the drones, he said, "You'll never see it coming." And he was serious on that.
Hi, Marcy. Good to see you.
Marcy, good to see you too.
Yeah, Marcy, I think that's what's going on over there. I don't know if she meant to say Palestine, but yeah, they're getting tested on, and the one people's country just keeps forever growing. That's
I
all I
think it's
know.
a flip flop. I really do. You know what? Everything is, uh, upside down. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
what they say is evil is good. What they say is good is evil. You know what I'm saying? It's
exactly.
everything is what's black is actually white, and what's white is actually black. So, yeah, I think this is an upside down narrative per se because I
Hey,
really
Brian. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Brian, give everybody what you were telling us about the eminent domain. That was a really good point of view.
yeah, it's like here in America, for instance, if I'm a builder or a developer or whatever, and I want to take over this little mini mart that has all these small little shops in it or whatever, well, I'm an elite person that has the money to do these things, and one of my servants at the local lodge, he's the guy who just happens to be the inspector for the code of our local area and whatnot. He could fail these people for inspection over and over and over, and eventually these people got to leave, and then they're left with nothing because their business supposedly was not up to code or something stupid like that. And then by eminent domain, when these people leave, the builder, the guy with all the money that got his homie to go in and fail all these people for inspection, gets to come in and buy up the property for cheap and then build back better whatever he
Hmm.
wants. And that's what's going on in the Middle East, in my opinion. Someone's not actually getting attacked, and someone actually is getting attacked. And by eminent domain, these people leave their place of living and their livelihood and everything, and they have nothing to come back to. So then one country, which it has been doing since it ever even became a country, which it isn't even really a country. But anyway, that's another story. It's forever growing and expanding by eminent domain. It's all about law, and just like here in America, it's the same law. It takes place,
Yeah.
eminent domain, stealing of land, and then giving it
Hey,
back to whoever they want.
one more thing too, Brian, to add to that, talking about the country. I mean, I know a lot of you guys read the Bible, but if you study the scriptures, that land, God does not bring his children back to the land until he sets up his kingdom. You know, it's not by the Rothschilds in was it the Balfour Declaration? That's not in the scripture. I mean, I've read the scriptures and they come back into the land when he sets up an earthly kingdom for 1,000 years. They don't come back before that. Because if you go back and read Deuteronomy, it talks about the curse where God turns from them and they get put on ships and scattered to the four corners of the earth. You know, nowhere does it say that they come back in 1947 like it was.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So with that in mind, never let a good crisis go to waste.
There you go.
And you know, I think we're headed into a way bigger picture, and
Definitely.
I think it's important to cover it. But I'm going to show you my point of view on the propaganda. So you know, just so you guys understand that. And Dub, I really want you to put your input when you see something.
I will.
And
Yes,
yeah. Yeah. So anyway, so shall we start?
Roll it.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, let's get this party started, guys. So I just want to thank everybody for being here. I really appreciate you guys. I love our community, and I just want to let you guys know, even though we're in an echo chamber, every week, you know, I feel I feel closer to you guys, and I just want to let you guys know how appreciative I am that you guys come here every week and hang out. I want a very comfortable place for everybody, and I want you guys to feel comfortable and know that you guys have a place to go, and I think that's us. So all together, I'm at us, not me or the panel. I'm at all of us. But anyway, so let's get this party started and let's do it. Let's see. Making sure that everything's on the screen. And if you guys have any or see any or hear any audio problems, please let me know. There we go.
Seeing motorized paragliders like these for recreation and thrill-seeking adventure. Powered paragliders can reach speeds over 30 miles an hour. They can take off and land in short spaces on rough terrain. For this California paraglider, it's a harmless, joyful pastime. But the terror organization Hamas had other ideas. Hamas used powered paragliders like this as a way to evade Israel's air defenses in the shocking cross-border attack. It's believed to be the first time paragliders have been used as an instrument of war.
Some of the militants used paragliders to cross into Israel. You can see one flying here, right next to a barrage of rockets.
This propaganda video was posted by Hamas. It shows the preparation for the aerial attack that has shocked the world. Some of the paragliders carry two men, a pilot and a gunman. This extraordinary video shows the music festival underway as a fleet of paraglider terrorists approach. Paraglider Jim Shepard flies in Paris, California. He's appalled that aircraft like his have been used as instruments of terror. What's involved? How long does it take to learn how to fly?
You can learn how to fly this one with a trainer, probably a week to 10 days. And once you do it, you know, it's like riding a bicycle.
An evil twist on a thrill-seeking pastime that brought terror from the sky.
So I must say that if the Iron Dome can take out rockets that are going, it has to be able to take out these guys just
But
floating
not
around.
30 mile an hour paraglide.
I'm glad you said that, man. I'm glad you said that.
Or we can, you know what, we could ask one person, Richie from Boston, since he knows Inside Edition real well.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
maybe he has some information that we don't know. Just had to say that, sorry.
Yeah, I remember the video that Chuck has done on the Iron Dome, and according to that, it's 90% effective on bringing down thousands of rockets.
So we're going to
But
play that one today.
a few 30-mile-an-hour
30 miles an hour.
paragliders just went right through. Yep.
30.
Notice.
I mean, you could take a pistol, take one of those out, or I mean, any kind of gun. I mean, it'd be a sitting duck.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you shoot those blades of that fan, and they're falling straight down. They're gliding.
Yeah.
You know.
Straight down.
Turns it into a rock real fast.
Hi, stupid. Hi, gypsies. Skeptic. What's up, all? Y'all?
Skeptic, what's up?
Do you know them?
I might have seen.
Hi, Derek. Good to see you. Oh, sorry. I guess I missed you earlier. But anyway, so yeah. So that was one thing. When do you think to fit it in your video, Chuck? Think I
What's
should do
that? Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, you can. It's not that long, I don't think, is it?
Yeah, I think it's 20 minutes.
I think the part about the Iron Dome's like 12 minutes or something, so you can just skip to that if you want.
What's it called? Bodies. Wait. It's called 3. There we go.
Need some wrenches, I think.
Doing it right now. Y'all are wrenched. And in the meantime, we didn't mention this earlier, but I like to try to mention it, or Chuck mentions it. If anybody has a channel that they would like to share your wrench, so you can share your channel and just put underneath the channel link or whatever, say my channel, so that we can get more of the truth out. So I have no issue with that whatsoever. So if you want to promote your channel in my chat, that is way okay with me.
Cool.
Okay. One more.
Good
All
evening
right.
from the Zionist-occupied Holland. Good to see you.
Jack. Welcome, Jack. And Psalm. And
Yep.
let's see. And Skeptic. So, welcome, guys. Good to see you. Dog named Boo. I don't know if I had said something to you, but thank you for being here. Love you, girl. So,
Boo,
anyway.
how are you?
Yeah, really. So it's not. So you said to skip where to? I don't even
Just
know.
to where he starts talking about the, you'll see it's a guy. Hold on.
Are in this tower,
Just go
along
about
with Al Jawhara Tower, which was directly targeted yesterday. As you can hear now, the raids are directly targeting the tower. Just a while ago as well.
Here it comes.
I'm sorry again. Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, yes. I need to go down. Oh.
I've got one that can see.
Hey guys, look at this. I just searched Israel, and this is the #1 video that came up on Odyssey. But I'm going to share something with you guys in just a second. But this is unbelievable. These people think this right here is real. Watch this. I mean, it's real fireworks, no doubt about it. But they want you to believe that Hamas is launching rockets, and it's this billion-dollar weapon system called the Iron Dome that is hitting these rockets in midair. But notice you never see the rockets that are hitting the other rockets. Just watch and see. They're just blowing up. They got all these people in fear, thinking that they're constantly in a war. Guys, you definitely check out this video. This is actually going to be a re-upload, but I'm going to put it on my Odyssey channel. I think I had it on my YouTube channel, but y'all check this out.
So I did a video previously. It was on whether the Hamas missiles are actually contain warheads, because it doesn't look like they do. It looks like they're glorified fireworks, essentially big smoke bombs, if anything, and they don't have explosive warheads in them. And then taking it one step further, the more I looked into the phony Hamas rockets that are Hamas is a group controlled by Israel, was created by Israel, the more I've found out that the whole Iron Dome defense system, in fact, is basically just rockets that shoot up in the air and then explode. They don't actually hit any, they don't intercept anything. And it sounds kind of crazy at first, but the more you look into it, actually, there's a lot of proof out there that Iron Dome itself is, in fact, a hoax. So why would they do that? Why would they fake intercepting Hamas rockets? Well, A, the Hamas rockets themselves don't exist to such a great extent, we were told. And B, it instills a sense of security, sense of pride. And also, the most important, C, is the Israeli people feel they're under constant attack, but their government is able to help save them. But it's important to feel like you're under constant attack. Otherwise, you're not going to just go and genocide a whole bunch of Palestinians. So what proof is there that the Hamas rockets are fake? Well, the lack of proof is actually proof, because if they claim that there's so many hundreds of missiles being fired, there should be some images of buildings that got blown up. There should be images of missiles that are exploding and causing actual damage. The videos we see, if you do a search, it looks like a smoke bomb. And this gas station video is a good example. This is one of the few proof of Hamas missiles we actually see. And notice how it creates an enormous smoke bomb and there isn't any damage to the asphalt. That is a pretty shitty bomb. That's not even a real rocket. That's just a big smoke bomb. But then you look further, and the Iron Dome system, what it does, it doesn't actually, you never see the Hamas missiles. You never see the Hamas rockets. You only see the Iron Dome rockets going out and exploding. And the more I looked into it, the more even Israelis are pointing out that the Iron Dome system is in fact a big hoax. It doesn't work like we were told it does. In fact, it doesn't actually do much of anything. All it does is send up rockets that explode in the air and don't actually intercept anything. So at first, yeah, it sounds like bullshit, but check it out.
It is an Israeli-designed, American-funded breakthrough in military technology. Or just possibly a kind of optical illusion. Iron Dome is a missile defense system credited by Israel with destroying nearly 90% of the rockets fired at it during the last conflict with Palestinian militants in Gaza.
1, 2,
Not everyone's convinced.
3,
Because the incoming rockets are invisible to the naked eye, a handful of skeptics say that what we're witnessing may simply be the Iron Dome missiles themselves self-destructing without hitting anything.
I don't know exactly what happened, but I raise the question marks, and I would like to have an answer. I asked the IDF, show me your videos, your infrared videos in which you can see almost everything. But they said it's classified.
These Iron Dome missiles, filmed by a wedding photographer, were aimed at rockets fired from Gaza. Israelis believe Iron Dome can protect them from other enemies too. In uncertain times across the Middle East, they hope that seeing is believing. Kevin Connolly, BBC News, Jerusalem.
So this news clip ends with a whole bunch of rockets flying into the air, Iron Dome rockets, and you can see their trails. You see the trails of the Iron Dome rockets, and they all explode kind of like fireworks. But you don't see any actual trails from the alleged Hamas rockets that they're intercepting. That's kind of funny, isn't it? And it's funny how almost every single one of these Iron Dome rockets blows up, supposedly intercepting a Hamas rocket. The whole thing is just you got to start wondering: are they just launching basically fireworks? Is Iron Dome's basically a fireworks system that goes up there and makes a loud explosion, and the Israelis feel like they intercepted a Hamas rocket?
Hey, we pause it real quick, Michelle.
Intercept them in the middle.
Yeah, you see trail. You never see a trail of the rocket that it's intercepting. You know what I mean? That's impossible. I mean, they always say that, but you can watch any of the news channels and they show the same thing. All you see are one trail of a rocket going up and then exploding. It never is intercepted by anything.
That guy was just playing a clip from the news, and then he started talking about it. But the clip from the news, it was saying that seeing is believing. Excuse me. So I wonder if seeing those paragliders come in is enough to believe that system isn't real, even more so.
That was a great point, man. Yeah.
Something harped on to these people that are already, like that guy who made this video and whoever he reached, now he should be like saying, hey, what about these paragliders? You know what I mean? And stuff like that.
Exactly.
Of the way in the air in order to protect the people.
כן, נופלים. אבל לא, גם מיירטים אותם את הרוח. אני יודע. יש אבל פיצוצים, יש פיצוצים. תעבור אליי. הנה הזקה. אבל נוציא להם את ההזקה. בוא איתנו, בוא. בוא איתנו. וואי, זה פה, ידבע. וואי. וואי, זה פה, יגלו. בוא, זה פה, קירי. זה הקיבת ברזל נראה לי, לא? כן. Why?
Okay, so that was supposed proof that they were under bombardment by missiles. However, there's of course no explosions. Kids are all smiling and laughing, and then they walk out afterwards and there's some puffballs in the air.
אנחנו מרגישים וגם שומעים את הכיפה, בום, בום, איך היא מורדה אותם, ואחר כך יוצאים, רואים את כל הזה.
What I can say is it's first of all not a 100% solution.
This man claims that a rocket just hit the building. However, it's interesting that the news agency there doesn't zoom in on any sort of damage to the building, and all we see is some water on the ground, and maybe the grass looks disturbed. Even that's hard to tell.
Press pause for a second, Michelle.
Yeah, Michelle.
Just press pause and let it calm down for a second. It was starting to bot a little bit. Wasn't even catching up with the video. But anyway, we're good now, I think.
Is the videos choppy in the chat?
It was just for a second or so until I asked you to pause, and now I think it caught back up, so we should be good.
Okay. Was getting choppy for a bit, yeah.
Yep, it was.
Oh, come on.
occurred from this Hamas rocket.
We're good now.
אתם שומעים את ניר דבורי?
מנילה.
כל הקהל להיכנס עכשיו לתוך האולם למרחב מוגן, חבר'ה, יש לנו מעל הראש, לכולם. להיכנס לאולם, כולם.
So again, we see the trail of the Iron Dome rocket, and we hear a loud explosion, yet we never see any trail from the alleged Hamas rocket. Funny how that happens in every single video, isn't it? And I'm going to finish this one off with, of course, a challenge to you to prove to me, to show me any footage of an Iron Dome rocket hitting a Hamas rocket. And it should be easy enough to prove that two rockets are hitting each other. You're seeing one rocket, but you're not seeing the other rocket. How's that work? Okay, here's an interesting article from an Israeli who's not a complete sellout genocide artist like a lot of them are. Israeli expert says Iron Dome defense is a hoax. An Israeli scientist and award-winning security expert has called the Iron Dome missiles defense system the biggest hoax the world has ever seen. Guess he hasn't heard of 9/11, but according to Dr. Mati Sheffer, today there is no missile which can intercept other missiles or rocket-propelled grenades, and the Iron Dome is a light audio system which blocks Israeli public opinion and, of course, itself. In fact, all the explosions that we have seen in the atmosphere are self-destruction, just like what I've been saying here. The Iron Dome did not launch any rocket that could intercept at least one missile fired from Gaza. Of course, we know the truth about these alleged missiles fired from Gaza. They're basically emptied out metal hollow tubes. Sheffer added the concept of open areas is a myth created to amplify the Iron Dome's ability as a missile interceptor. He made an indirect accusation against the Dome's operating staff of misleading the public. The missiles which were intercepted by the Iron Dome and did not reach the ground are hypothetical missiles produced and destroyed in the Dome's computer control room. As of this moment, nobody has seen an intercepted missile fall to the ground. Totally believe it. If it happened, there'd be tons of video proof. The news would be all over it. But there hasn't been any proof. There's nothing. The scientist made his comments after challenge, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so anyway, it's a very interesting article. That's by the Middle East Monitor. And I believe every single word there because I haven't seen any proof at all that these Iron Dome rockets are intercepting anything. And especially during nighttime, you would expect to see a trail. It takes some sort of propulsion system for a rocket to fly through the air, and that burns very brightly. And there you never see any sort of propulsion system from the alleged Hamas missiles that the Iron Dome system is intercepting. Furthermore, they say that Israelis are safe because of the advanced warning system, that they get these automated warnings that a rocket's coming in. Maybe these are just the fictional computer-generated rockets that the Iron Dome system is supposedly blowing up, but in fact never existed in the first place. And like the man says, the missiles which were intercepted by the Iron Dome and did not reach the ground are hypothetical missiles produced and destroyed in the Dome's computer control room. So the whole reason of Iron Dome is to stop non-existent missiles from hitting Israel and create the rage and the public opinion for an excuse for the invasion of Gaza and any other parts of Palestine that exist, and there's few of those left. Because without some sort of aggression by the Palestinians and by the Hamas forces, which are created and controlled by Israel, there would be no justification for the invasion of Gaza. And Israel would look even more like a genocidal asshole than they already do. So anyway, Look into it for yourself. If you can find any proof of a Iron Dome missile hitting a Hamas missile, I would love to see it, because I don't think there is any proof. And I think Iron Dome is basically a big fireworks system that the U.S. taxpayer is paying billions of dollars into.
And I'm deeply proud that President Obama helped make it possible. And I'm proud that with his enthusiastic support, the United States will more than double our investment in Iron Dome in 2015.
In the U.S. media, news anchors, pundits, politicians have extolled the efficacy of the Iron Dome in deflecting the barrage of Hamas rockets that put Israeli lives at risk.
Iron Dome is working. It's minimized casualties and fatalities. Red flash as it intercepts the rocket. Now, this defense system is proving hugely successful.
Rockets begin coming through the sky, the night sky, and you see rockets come across the sky, and then you see Iron Dome interceptors come up and explode the rockets.
The Iron Dome anti-missile system did its job tracking the missiles, hitting them head-on, destroying them.
As we gazed overhead, we saw the interceptor missiles, the Iron Dome system doing its job. At least 3 of those rockets shot down just a few moments ago.
Saying Iron Dome is not responsible for the low casualty rate for Israelis. Why?
Well, the low casualty rates are due to an extremely effective system of early warning and sheltering.
Oh, shit.
There are shelters all over Israel that have been built by the government. People have shelters in their homes
By law. Remember, he's about to say it. By law, they have shelters in their homes.
law. And there's a warning system that tells you that
is not responsible for the low casualty rate for Israelis. Why?
well, the low casualty rates are due to an extremely effective system of early warning and sheltering. There are shelters all over Israel that have been built by the government. People have shelters in their homes by law. And there's a warning system that tells you that a rocket might be traveling in your direction. So all you need to do is get into the shelter and into a shelter. And even if the rocket hits your house, you will not be killed.
So what if this whole system warning you of alleged incoming rockets was just telling you about simulated rockets, simulated fake rockets that were coming in, and then they'd be shot down by the exaggerated firework Iron Dome system that just makes loud explosions, and everybody's in their bomb shelter so they can't see the non-rockets being shot down? I'm just going to leave it at that. I think there's enough information here to start a good dialogue, and if you can prove me wrong about Iron Dome being a fat scam, shooting down nothing, and just serving as a way to indoctrinate the Israeli people and feeling they're under constant attack, but saved by their glorified government, and also fleece the American taxpayers for billions of dollars, I'd like to see it. If anybody can provide even one video of a rocket being intercepted with another rocket that's visible, please share it.
That's it. That's just the Smith-Munn thing.
All right. So yeah, that's a good video, very telling.
Yes, very. And there again, they enforce you as to how good their security is, how good their military is, and all this. Yet, last Saturday happened. We are supposed to believe.
Okay, so we've had some people come in. I do want to acknowledge people. Saved by King Jesus, Stupid, welcome, welcome. Anio, welcome. Alicia, welcome. Let's see. Scrolling on the level. Good to see you. All the world's a stage. Good to see you. Let's see. Red Storm. I don't know. I might repeat your name twice, but I can't remember if I had already said it or not. So I do apologize. Or you just get shouted out to twice. Saved by King Jesus. Did I say that?
Yeah.
Welcome, welcome. Okay. So I just wanted to say that to everybody. So yeah, we got 44 watching. Good to see everybody here hanging out with us.
Ryan, good to see Ryan. You forgot Ryan. He said me.
Oh, I thought I said Ryan before. Oh, if I missed you,
I
Ryan.
think he did.
Yeah.
I think he might be joking.
Well, Ryan, if I didn't, welcome. I'm just kidding. So yeah. So I think that video goes well. It goes with what we're talking about today. The people that have come in late, I'm just going to repeat myself real quick. Derek, welcome. I don't know if I said that to you or not. But anyway, I just want to say this, you know, you guys do your own research. I think the narrative is upside down. I just want you guys to understand what I'm showing here today is the propaganda. So we're going to show you several videos about the propaganda that I do see. I don't think, you know, this is just my thinking, YouTube, you know, just it's my opinion only. But I just, you know, like I said, I think the narrative is upside down.
Yep.
So
can I say something before you start?
Yeah.
That I wanted to mention. Everybody in the chat pretty much knows one another, and a lot of you guys have channels. So I was encouraging people the other day when I went live to, you know, film what's going on where you live. You know, we shouldn't be taking these people's word for it. You know, if one of you guys that we know were to put a video, then everybody could share it, and then we would know what's going on. You know, I mean, we need to be the watchmen and the watchwomen. You know, we don't need to like let them tell us what's going on.
Right. I agree with you 100%, Chuck. We were going to mention that today, and we forgot to do that in the beginning, but there's more people here, so we can shout it out. Exactly. So I think if we make the news, not be in the news, but make the news. So
real journalist.
Right.
Yeah.
So if we see something, let's film it, and then we can show it. Basically, you know, like Chuck is a truck driver, and you know he's all over, you know, and so you know if someone that travels for their job, you know, on a daily basis, and they're not seeing what we're being told, but you know, like let's film it. If we see it in the skies, if we see it over here, if we see it over there, you know, let's film it ourselves because, you know. Just like Chuck said.
Back in like 2014, 15, one day where like there was a lot of military equipment being transferred through the interstate on flatbeds and stuff like that. I used to do videos when I had my old channel. I would be driving down the road because I cover a lot of ground, and I would video the military equipment. And I know you guys probably remember a while back when people were showing videos of trains and trucks carrying all these big tanks and stuff.
Right.
But it's anything like that. I mean, if I see something when I'm on the road, you better believe I'm going to put it on my channel, you know, and I think everybody else should do the same.
Right. I did miss Saved by Grace. Welcome. I know you're multitasking and you said you were listening in, but I did miss you. So, and Sanja, I'll be back. I missed her. So welcome, guys. And if, again, we're going to go ahead and repeat this real quick. If you have a channel and you do want to promote it on my chat, go for it. I don't care. So if you want to put your channel link, just put this is my channel link so people understand and know that's what it is. That's why everybody has a wrench, you know, because everybody's equal here. So if that's what you'd like to do, you're more than welcome to do that. I will not be offended. Okay. Anything else? And you want to say anything, Dub? Brian?
I'd just like to say, keep one thing in mind, whatever you see, when you're looking at videos in YouTube and everything, keep in mind Gaza is 26 miles long and 5 miles wide. And all of this is supposed to be happening there, and poor little Israel is defenseless against these brutal people in Hamas.
Okay.
Yep.
You all right, Brian?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm home with 4 little ones, and the littlest just woke up screaming to high heaven.
All right. All right. So we'll go ahead and continue on. And we'll go from there. If you guys see that I should stop the video, just let me know and I will stop it.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. Whoops. Gotta share. So this is bodies lined up. Viewer discretion is advised. YouTube, viewer discretion is advised on this whole entire live. Okay, let's get that out of the way. And so this one is bodies lined up outside Gaza hospital as Israel airstrikes continue. So
Yeah, I just shared a comment, but Israel has some of the best technology in the world by far.
yes, and they're very well supported by you know who, the United States. So
very well.
Yeah, you know, not supported. How about if they own us? Maybe, I don't know. Oopsie, did I say that? That was a mistake. Anyway, so this one's a short video, but this was a video that I had to look at and saw, so I'm going to show it. All right. I just find this very convenient. For you got to the left side of your screen, you have the doctor in his white coat. You got a couple doctors in their white coats and some in scrubs, standing at the press conference, booth. You got the camera way up high. Everybody's standing around, and they're making a production. I'm not saying nobody died. No, I think I'm not saying these aren't dead people. I'm just saying you have to look from the out. You have to look outside the box sometimes, and this drew my attention. This is another one too. Okay, so this is basically why I showed this video. So you see this ambulance rushing in. You got all these people around it at the hospital. Everybody's already standing and they're waiting for the I guess that's how they do things over there. I don't know. But I'm going to show you this is all for production in just a second. They got to rush in. Everybody's starting to run over there.
Looks kind of like a production, doesn't it?
Kind of, but I'm going to show you more. Oh, stop. Boom, baby. Look. Right in the middle. I don't know if you guys can see my cursor, but you got a camera that's already set up with the lighting over here. You got and you saw the ambulance just rush in real quick so they can get whoever out of the back of it into the hospital. So that kind of tells me they're waiting. They're waiting for this ambulance to show up. They're all set up. They've got the news crews there. Kind of looks like a production to me. Just saying. And they're all shaking hands and they're carrying dead bodies behind the guy. Did you just see that? Let's back that up. Let's back that up if it'll let me. boy, they got a dead body they're carrying behind these guys, and they're all, shaking hands. What's up, bro? How are you doing? I don't know. Anyway, I just thought that was a good one. Oh, let me get out of the way. Yeah. So that's kind of where I was with that.
Do you have the one of the ambulance driver like bending down and crying, like with his face on the ground?
I did see that one. I don't know if you sent me that one, or I did see that one.
No.
I can't tell you if I do or not. I can't remember them all that
I might have to
well.
find it later.
But let's do this one. This one is named. Oh, let me get back. Go back. So, let me tell you this. I have found Fox News is pouring it on really thick. I hate to say it, but it's dripping like honey. I'm telling you. So they're really, Danny sent me this. He's not even here today. I don't know. He's probably got something better to do. Hi, Cormac. Good to see you. I just looked down at my phone. So, but he sent me this a few days ago, and he said, boy, are they trying to pull on the heartstrings. And this one is called Puppy Found Whose Owners Were Killed in Hamas Attack. So they found a puppy, but the owners were all killed. So I thought I would play this one because it's pretty good. So here we go.
Trey Yanks right now in southern Israel, what he's seeing amidst all these fast-moving developments. Trey.
Yeah, Neil, good morning. We are following all of the developments out of the Gaza Strip and also along the northern border with Israel. Some significant developments on the northern border as fighting appears to continue between Hezbollah, that Lebanese militant group, and also the Israeli forces on the northern part of the border. I do want to take you through some video that we are getting in from the Israeli military that show the hours after these militants invaded southern Israel. They were not just trying to get in from the ground, but also from the sea. And the Israeli Navy releasing this video showing how they were firing on different Hamas operatives who were inside the sea, in the Mediterranean, trying to get into Israeli territory. It looks like a firefight at sea. They're using machine guns trying to hit those Palestinian militants that came from Gaza, and a really fast-paced video that we received there from the military. Now, all of this happening as rocket fire continues from the Gaza Strip today. You can hear an Israeli drone overhead, and we have seen the rocket fire for ourselves as the Israelis respond with airstrikes. Just last night, we were here along the border, and I want to show you what it was like in the dark. Take a look. You can see behind me a large explosion in the northern part of the Gaza Strip. The Israelis continue to strike Gaza ahead of an expected ground operation. Right now, there's a massive rocket barrage coming off the Gaza Strip. You can see one rocket after another appears to be toward the center of Israel.
I see fireworks.
Give me a break.
I see fireworks. That's all I see. But
I mean, honestly, do you think he'd be standing out there if there really were live missiles headed?
Yeah, man. He's got his tactical vest and his Kevlar. He's good to go. And his microphone. If anything gets bad, mic drop. I'm out of here.
That's right. It's what is it?
He's got his tactical vest and his Kevlar helmet on. He's good to go.
Yeah. There's no way that he could be hurt.
He's seen those guys flying in on those paragliders. Like, shit, if they're good, I'm good.
Anyway.
Now, Neil, here along the border, there are a number of Israeli troops, and they're finally making it into some of these communities. Now, some civilians just came to us, and I want to show you what they showed us. This is a little puppy that they found in one of the communities along the border. And he's very, very sweet, and he's shy. But he's very scared because there's a lot of noises here. But they found him in a small village near the Gaza border, and they said the family that had this puppy was killed. during the attack on Saturday morning, and just this puppy survived. And he's just
That's how you play on
survivor, yet
heartstrings
another
right there.
indication.
That's why I had to show this video.
Yep.
Was that puppy?
Forget
You
about
know,
the people. There's a puppy out there, you know.
There's a puppy out there, and the whole family was killed, but the puppy.
Puppy made it. Yeah.
The puppy made it through.
Now they're looking
of
for someone to
people who are
adopt
just
them.
living their life.
What?
They're looking for someone to adopt a puppy now.
I would adopt that puppy. It's so cute. I'm just kidding. Oh, look, it's live at 6:03 p.m. Huh. And the video is 3 minutes and 10 seconds long. Just saying.
Lives. They were with their families and their pets, and these militants went into their homes and killed so many people. When it comes to animals here in southern Israel, the Israelis have set up a volunteer service for anyone who can help out with animals that they're finding in these communities. Little puppies like this one who just need assistance once they're rescued from these areas where soldiers are finally making it along the Gaza border. Neil?
I keep thinking what that little puppy witnessed. Probably can't make out. Such is war.
We'll never
Troy,
know.
Thank you for that. We needed to see that too to remind us, bring us home to the crib.
We needed to see that to remind us, to bring us home. See,
I mean,
this
Fox is the worst. They were.
I'm telling you, they're pouring it on thick.
Yes, they are.
Oh my goodness. And I was like, I had to play this one because I was like, no. I'm like, thanks to Danny for that one. He's not here today. I don't know where he's at, but he's got to be busy. He was probably barbecuing or something. But anyway, yeah. So, like I said, I'm not making fun of, anything. I'm trying to point out the propaganda that's being pushed on the news,
Mm-hmm.
and just so you guys understand that I'm not. We got 51 watching, so that's good.
I understand your language.
You understand my language?
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's go. Let's see what's next. Oh.
Hey, maybe they could send that puppy to Mars. And get some other.
in a convertible.
There you go. A roadster.
No, he needs to be in the next movie with Matt Damon in outer space.
He may be.
They fight the air together. I'm just kidding. I don't know. But anyway, I just thought it was funny. Okay, here we go. Got to have a little bit of fun. You know what I mean?
Either laugh or you cry.
That's right. We're gonna laugh right now. So, and we really shouldn't cry either because we're going to some special place.
Sometimes I laugh and cry at the same time because it's so funny. I don't know if you guys ever get that, but tear comes in, you can't catch your breath. Yeah, I like those laughs.
Yeah. I'm telling you. Yeah, those are good laughs for me too. So this is our special channel that everybody should be watching. It's called CNN. They put out the real stuff, and it's real.
Real.
It's real with Israel. I'm just kidding. So anyway, I you can't go through a live if you can't show a couple CNNs. I'm telling you, they just put out the best stuff. What's really sad is I have family that is very dedicated to watching CNN.
I do too.
Yeah, CNN is their top channel. Bless you.
Excuse me.
And so that's what's sad, but I always do rely on them to give out. So this one we came across today, and I think you guys will enjoy this one. It is 7 minutes long. I hope you guys can hang in there. anybody that popped in, I do appreciate you guys. And Awake's here. Awake is awake. Good to see you, Awake. Yeah, always good to see you, babe. Let's see. I'm gonna have to do some modding real quick. But yeah, welcome. So here we go. This one is a good one, guys. I think you'll enjoy it.
Tel Aviv, we have new video that we are about to show here out front for the first time. I do warn you that it is disturbing because what it is shocking new body cam footage of Hamas
Body cam footage.
at the bathrooms, at the porta potties.
The terrorists put on body cam footage. How original.
Now she said potty cam.
Oh, potty cam?
Potty cam footage, yeah. Rewind that.
Yeah, we're gonna start this all over again because I didn't catch that.
Yeah, potty cam footage.
So the title of this video is how Hamas trapped civilians at a music festival. So I don't know if anybody has seen this, but they had a music festival going on when they started the attack, and this music festival, like 250 something people got killed, supposedly. What the narrative is, being at this music festival.
Hey, one thing real quick, too, before you start it. Next time anybody's in a portable potty, just make sure you watch out for the potty cams.
Make sure you can fire back. I'm just kidding.
Exactly.
Okay. Anyway, here we go.
Tel Aviv, we have new video that we are about to show here out front for the first time. I do warn you that it is disturbing because what it is shocking new body cam footage of Hamas shooting indiscriminately at the bathrooms, at the porta potties, at the Nova Music Festival. Just indiscriminately shooting at porta potties, attempting to kill anybody who may have been inside. We have not yet been able to verify people were actually killed in this moment if you're actually looking at people die behind those doors. But obviously that was the plan. That was the intent. That's what they were doing. And CNN is analyzing and verifying more than 50 videos like this one, piecing together exactly
Talk about
how
catching
many
somebody with their pants
people
down, right? Seriously.
That's a good one.
They always love the puns like that, you know?
And that's one of my sayings I say all the time. I don't even call my pants down. Oh my goodness, I didn't even think about that. But yeah, it gets better, guys. It gets better. So this is what obviously these guys took video of all their killings, supposedly. I don't know, but CNN was right there to get the first film.
Oh, CNN.
CNN, good old CNN. There we go.
killings, the slaughter unfolded that morning. Katie Poglas is out front with an in-depth investigation.
It's 6:30 a.m. on October 7th, and things are getting into full swing at the Nova Festival in the south of Israel.
We were having fun, peace, love, good vibes, and an hour and a half after, we are running from bullets.
Suddenly, the music stops. There's frustration, but no sense yet of the horror about to unfold. As news spreads of rocket attacks from Gaza, people begin seeking shelter, crouching close to the ground. But even this doesn't lead to outright panic.
I'm going to back this up real quick, because I saw this on this chick. Give me 1 second, guys, and I was going to look back on it when I was looking at the video. She was dancing, but underneath her shirt looked really weird. And I'm not trying to look underneath this chick's shirt. I'm just trying to... It's not revealing anything, but this chick right in the right hand with the long hair with this shirt on, as you guys can see, she's got something underneath her shirt that looks like could it be
a fanny pack?
Yeah, it definitely could.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what it is.
Or a bomb?
I don't know, but it just looks
Yeah.
kind of.
It looks like a fanny pack. Yeah, that's a fanny pack.
Looks like
Okay.
a capacity belt
That too, kind of.
or whatever they call them.
I just thought it looked really funny underneath there, but okay, here we'll move on.
Taking shelter, crouching close to the ground. But even this doesn't lead to outright panic. Rocket attacks visible here are a regular occurrence in this part of southern Israel. About 10 minutes later, and some start heading to their cars. The decision of when and how to leave the festival would mean life or death for many. Some fled early to nearby bomb shelters. It's 7:10 a.m. and many are crammed inside this one to the north of the festival. But they've been followed. At 7:24 a.m., Hamas throw a grenade inside, causing horrific damage.
Okay, so they went to a little bomb shelter, and they stuck themselves as far as they could, and then the Hamas people came and threw a bomb inside the shelter. Okay, so this is the aftermath.
This man, Noam, emerges stunned into the daylight.
Everybody was filming it. Now, that's one thing I always want you guys to understand my perception of it. You're in a bomb shelter. Are you going to be filming on your phone? Are you going to be, you're running for your life. You know that, I guess you're thinking you're being invaded and people are being shot and falling next to you. Are you actually going to run into a bomb shelter and pull out your phone and start filming? Of course, they don't get the bomb being thrown in, but they're showing the after effects. So if this guy, you can basically see up his nostrils and everything from them filming him. And, they're showing the after effects now. I mean, if you're in that much trauma, that's the last thing. I'd be throwing my phone as far away as I wouldn't even care about my phone. Okay.
Yeah, I watched this movie once. It was called Twister, and they ran with the people, all the way to the shelter, and they sat down in there with a camera. So, it goes on.
Yeah.
The last guy in should have at least locked the door to the shelter.
Yeah, really.
I don't know. But anyway, that's just my point I wanted to point out.
And it's not the only shelter to be targeted. 30 minutes later and further down the same road, Hamas militants are caught on dashcam footage
13 minutes
outside
later.
another shelter.
Yep.
They throw a grenade inside. In total, CNN has identified...
They were caught on
4
dash
different
cam footage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
shelters near the festival that Hamas attacked, all full of people. Over the next 6 hours...
Now look at this scene here. Okay, so they got overhead footage. Obviously it's a helicopter or whatever. Showing these are all these people's cars. This doesn't look right to me, but it looks like it could be a little bit staged.
It's kind of like a junkyard or something.
Well, that's like the
They
main
scatter 'em
street
out.
or front street in Maui. Remember, all the cars are all compiled like that too.
It does, yeah.
And did they all have white cars? Did they all go shopping at the same car dealership to get their white cars? Because they're all white, pretty much, predominantly. I don't know what it is with white cars, but they like to pick those. But if you look, the majority, I'd say 80% of these cars are white.
And how was it that we got this camera angle on the situation?
Or you could say white or black. That could be your Masonic colors right there. Say that again, Dub. I'm sorry.
Okay. I just said, how is it that we get this particular camera view when...
That's a drone camera, isn't it?
It's got to be a drone or a helicopter or whatever.
Yeah, it's a highly elevated video or view of it.
But is this what all these people, how they parked, or I don't know. Anyway, I had to stop there.
Hundreds of civilians were killed, hunted down as they tried to flee the festival. By examining over 50 videos of that morning and speaking to 12 survivors, CNN has established that Hamas surrounded the festival, blocking 3 approaches to the south, north, and west, forcing people to flee across the fields to the east. Even then, they were hunted. It's now 8:15 a.m.
Okay, so you're running for your life, whoever the cameraman is, whoever it is, they're stopping to film all these people. See, that's what people don't understand. When you get everything on film, a lot of times, if it's a car accident, if it's if it's a fire, of course, if it's a fire, a house fire, you can film it. But if it's a car accident or any kind of quick thing, you're not going to get it on film. You're just not, because it's gonna happen so quick that you're gonna be like, okay, I'm not gonna. Chances are you're not gonna get it on film. So when you're running for your life, just think about the camera person. Where is this camera person? Who are they, and what are they doing, and how come they're not running? That's what I'm saying.
a.m. and Gal Buchspan survives along with others by running across the fields. He's pictured here in the white t-shirt. Local police and security told them to drive east across rough land due to roadblocks on the main road, but many end up fleeing on foot.
We were like ducks. It was like a range. People were running in their hundreds. And you can hear the bullets coming.
Were you seeing anyone get shot?
Yeah, you can see people fall.
It's 8:30 a.m. and as Gal and others continued running east, others running north met with more bullets and a police blockade, causing further panic. As a result, revelers start running back down the main road towards the festival, not knowing there are more militants just a few kilometers further down. On that same road, chilling dashcam footage shows Hamas militants shooting directly at an approaching car just an hour earlier. Those festival goers that remained closer to the concert site hid behind anything they could find, even behind trees, waiting.
Hey, Michelle, real quick.
I'm listening.
You know, this has so many different facets. You know what I mean? Like the whole pandemic. I mean, look at it. I mean, it's like to spread fear throughout the whole world. I pointed out like all the protests, to put the Palestinians against Israel,
Right.
and then all the Americans. I mean, everybody. It's like sports. They want people on a certain team.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's just, man, this is like mind blowing. It's like if the whole world believes it's real,
Hey,
then perception is reality.
I want to add to that. Everybody during the 2020, whatever, was all throwing these things up on their Facebook. Now, I don't have Facebook, like I told you, but I see stuff and, people show me pictures. Anyway, got my vax, I've been vaccinated, whatever their little picture they put themselves inside of. Well, now you got those people, same type of stuff coming up. I support Israel, and that's the flags and things you get thrown on Facebook pictures. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
exactly. Yeah, they did the I got vax. Yeah, like pictures, like avatars or whatever.
We're gonna be careful about the vax thing.
Yeah, I gotcha.
The last time we mentioned it, my whole life got taken down.
Well, no, we're saying get it. It's good. Yeah, you gotta
get vax. Get vax. Get vax.
Yeah, Operation Warp Speed 100.
Booster. It is good for you. Yay!
One mask, two masks, three masks, four.
If you lose all of them, get 5 more. I'm just kidding. No, so you got these people. Okay, so in every position of, everything they show. See, that's why I love CNN, because they just show all the stupidity. So this cameraman, whoever's taking this picture, they're showing all these people hiding behind little small trees. They definitely would see me if I was behind one of those trees. But what I'm saying is, are you going to be filming hiding behind trees from, people with AR-15s? Are you?
Cameraman.
You're gonna have your phone out and you're gonna be filming this. So they got this footage too.
Closed in. Many did not survive. 260 are reported dead. But
260 people died from this festival. I'm just saying, that's the narrative.
That toll could rise. Just 3 hours after the start of the massacre at 9:39 a.m., videos emerge of some festival goers already held hostage in Gaza. This man still wearing a festival wristband. And
how did they get these pictures? See, that's what people don't understand. How do they get these pictures? CNN has them over everybody. Okay?
So you don't believe that that guy was still wearing his festival wristband? There,
saying.
another festival wristband.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
One of the Hamas guys has a contract with CNN, and he took the picture and emailed it rapidly to CNN.
He sold it to CNN for $20,000. Who knows?
Probably.
60 are reported dead, but that toll could rise. Just 3 hours after the start of the massacre at 9:39 a.m., videos emerge of...
Hey, one more thing real quick. I want to point out, think about it. You know, they always, like, CNN against Fox. You know, it's like, oh, you watch Fox or you watch CNN. Well, both organizations are pushing the exact same narrative. You see what I mean? So that's, yeah, right, left. They're controlled by the same beast.
The same
Period.
bird.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. You're going to say something?
And another thing is take in mind all the fantastic security and that Israel has, and their Mossad is the best agency in the world and all that. These ragtag guys had 6 hours in Israeli territory murdering and killing people with absolutely no interference from the Israeli military.
Zero.
No interference.
Zero.
Look at the timestamp right there. 9:39 or 6:36.
Yep, I know. But yeah, I mean, CNN's going to show it all to you, and I mean they've got every angle, every clip, everything that you need to see.
Some festival goers already held hostage in Gaza. This man still wearing a festival wristband, and another visibly wearing a security uniform. Their fates remain unknown.
Of course, their fate. Yeah, they got pictures of those two. Yeah, sure.
Gal and others are still processing the trauma of what they went through.
I know people who were like 12 hours in bushes and they didn't move. I know people who tried to hide and they died. Humanity never seen this.
You mean they died hiding behind the trees?
They tried to hide, they died.
They hide in it and they died in it. Sorry, I'm not making fun of that. You guys don't think that I'm insensitive. I'm just saying. Just saying.
In the last couple of hundreds of years, since maybe the Holocaust.
There it is.
But this is.
Yeah, CNN's got it all. Throw those words in.
It's just horrific.
It would be 10 hours until help arrived for some. Others are still missing, feared dead.
So it took them 10 hours just to get to them. 10 hours. There's a whole festival going on that supposedly, I don't know how many thousands of people were supposedly there.
In the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of the desert. And, 10 hours.
Held hostage in Gaza. The scale of this
Look at these cars. Do people park like that? I don't know. If I go to a concert, I've never gone to a concert parking like that. I mean, I guess that's what they do in a desert. But do you really park like that? Does that look real to you? Does that look real?
Why does all the ground look scorched and burnt everywhere, in a sense, like along the roads? I don't know why. Both photos so far are weird. And then look at all those things right down the center of the road, all those imprints of cars, like the shadows or the chalk or black. Do you see that right in the center of the road?
Hey, yeah, Brian, Kip brought that up. He sent me a couple pictures and videos where all of them are running, where they show people running through the fields. All the fields look like they've been freshly tilled or plowed. It looks like they're preparing or they're growing stuff there. But the desert, I mean, it looked tilled like a garden, or maybe it was being filmed somewhere else and they said it was in a desert. But I have to send you those pictures, Michelle. It's pretty crazy.
I'm just by looking at this photo alone, I'm gonna say pretty much all these cars are inserted. I don't think you can see blocks and some blurred out blocks. When video or pictures are inserted, I'm gonna tell you, I think all of these cars are inserted into this picture.
Yes.
I'm not going to be 100% on that. I haven't really looked at it, but for me looking at it right now, I can see blocks. I can see blurred out blocks on these cars. And there's cars, if you like keep going down. Let me see if I can let me do this. See if this does. If you start looking, it gets like you can't even make out what the cars are anymore. It's like, so if you start, I don't know if you guys can see all that, what I'm doing. Can you see my magnifying glass? Maybe not.
Do control 4.
I'm just gonna have to stop that.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, okay. Nobody was replying to me, so I don't know.
Yeah, I got the little one out there. She's so I had to go run over there real quick. But yeah, I hear you.
But anyway, I think maybe all these cars have been inserted. I really do. I'm gonna call it, and I'm gonna say yeah.
No, I can definitely hear what you're saying, especially with that one down there on the left, that white car that somehow smashed in between all those other cars. Just, yeah, we're at a weird angle, but I know what you're saying. It's just,
yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, we'll continue on.
Tragedy may grow greater yet after those 6 hours of horror in the desert. Katie Poglaze, CNN, London.
And out front now, Wolf Blitzer. Of course, he's been following this story for decades, and
he's the one that we want to listen to. He's the expert. But here we go.
Been following this story for decades. What is the story for decades? But anyway.
We're going to find out there, Brian.
Than anyone. So, Wolf, when you look at that report and how intricately planned the massacre was at the music festival, the slaughter of at least 260 people, that
she says it so at easy. The slaughter of 260 people. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, and planned was the key word.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, just boot me out next time.
That's what happened.
No, I was trying to find a picture to send you, and it kicked me off.
See, that was your fault this time.
Yeah, I know.
But let's go back and hear what she just said. I don't even know what I got off track.
Intricately planned the massacre was at the music festival, the slaughter of at least 260 people. That
the slaughter of 260 people, and they say it at ease. It's very easy for the slaughter.
Yeah.
The slaughter of 260 people. How would you like your family slaughtered, lady? Would you be saying it? I'm just saying, sometimes they act like all sad. They have to go with the mood. But then there's this time, the slaughter of 260 people. Like it's nothing because it's a lie.
That footage of someone shooting up the porta potties, going shelter to shelter because they knew where they were, waiting till people were in them and then throwing in grenades. The more we find out, the harder it is to see a way for this to de-escalate, for anyone to back away.
The media are the terrorists.
You and I spoke. You thought there was a very tiny chance that
And,
this could calm down and de-escalate. Has that chance basically gone to zero now?
Yes, it's basically zero. Based on everything I'm hearing from my Israeli sources, the Israeli military does not mobilize 300,000 or maybe close to 400,000 troops, deploys them to this area around Gaza, and is not about to try to achieve two major objectives. The first objective, to either capture or kill the Hamas leadership. The second.
Thank you, Wolf. We waited all day to hear your voice.
But you see how CNN, I mean, they're all coming together. You know what I mean? They used to be like the Republicans would be pro-Israel, but it's like they're coming together. I mean, they're all the same.
Well, when it comes down to it, they're all pro-Israel. They've always been, whatever
Yes.
side.
Very. That's why we give them billions. Constantly.
Yeah.
Hamas weapons. They'd like to capture a lot of those weapons because if they capture the weapons, they can determine presumably where they came from. Did they come from Iran, for example? And if they did come from from Iran, that creates a moment for the Israelis if they want to continue.
Door opened.
The escalation to target some objectives in Iran as well. This could really escalate, not just in Gaza, but elsewhere as well. And I'm convinced that the Israelis are not going to back away. They want to achieve those two objectives.
Hey, let me say one more thing real quick. I was just thinking about.
Yeah.
Think about it. Think about CNN, Hollywood. I mean, they really do hate Jesus Christ.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So why are they so supportive of, if, you know, they say Israel's God's chosen? You know what I mean? You would think that if they were to keep their true colors, they would be throwing them under the bus.
Well,
but obviously, we know that they're the SOS. They're not God's chosen.
So let me answer that for you, Chuck. Because Israel owns this channel, just this one and other ones. They
they own everything.
Yep. So they are the boss. That's.
Yeah, I just wanted to add something about the SOS. I was in jail on 2 different occasions, and we used to get this plate served to us that was called SOS. We called it shit on shingles. It was actually pretty good, though. You know, it's like brown gravy and beef over biscuits.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's why. That's why they love Israel, and they're going to be on Israel's side. Everybody's going to be on.
Well, but you know, they hate Jesus. They use his name for a cuss word. They're always slamming God. They're always slamming Christians. But when this war comes up, they're supporting God's children. It just, you know, people. Why don't people see that? You know, and the so-called professing Christians are the worst. You know, the churches, the 501c3s, man, they're so buying into the Kool-Aid. They don't question anything.
Right. Well, because they're brainwashed.
All big time.
They are brainwashed.
And also note that the door was open, that this may spread to other places such as Iran.
Yep, I heard him say that too, and that was just like he had to insert that there. It'd be like, whoever don't agree, you know, we're probably gonna come your way, but anyway, stuff like that. Or whoever don't play ball.
Exactly.
This was a good video because we had a lot of commentary on it, so that's good. It's still going.
Of hours, it could happen within a matter of a few days, but everyone should brace for a major Israeli ground invasion of Gaza.
So they're opening the door again. See, everything he had to say, he's opening the door to what is in the future. So I'm just saying, they're laying it out there. They're letting us know. Opening the door. Iran. There's got to be Syria. What was the other country? Lebanon. You know, this opens the door, and they're telling us it's opening the door. To see.
They're saying now that both Israeli and U.S. airplanes are striking Syria and Lebanon, and that may be factual.
Yeah.
Which has nothing to do with the ragtag mob from Gaza.
Yeah.
And interesting that Colonel Conricus, I know you've been speaking to him too. Well, if he said they still don't know the depth of that arsenal and those special forces raids today, right? They were about trying to get that information of the names, who was involved, exactly what, right? That it seems like they're trying to be surgical to get exactly what they need because it's.
Okay, I'm just going to say these two people are very, very evil. They're nasty, evil.
Totally.
Make me want to throw up in the back of my throat. Evil people that will be judged in the end. Evil. Are you still there, Chuck?
I am here.
Okay, good. Do you feel like I cut you off? I didn't mean to. If I did,
No, you're good.
okay. All right.
That guy Wolf Blizzard, he's disgusting, man. I mean, look at his name, Wolf.
Yeah.
Wolf.
Well, there you go. I mean, his name says it all.
Yeah, it does.
Hi, Rhonda. Hi, Carmack. Good to see you still awake. I didn't get a chance to say hello to the Still Awake, and I'm sorry. I didn't mean to miss you. I know you've been there for a while. If I missed anybody else, I'm so sorry. Let me scroll back real quick.
Wolf's been on the story for decades.
Yeah.
Good man.
For sure. Good man. Good man. Did you really say that, Brian? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we gotta promote these people.
Yeah.
Take our channels down, I guess.
We are.
There you go.
We're promoting them on my echo chamber of a channel that doesn't go anywhere.
Did some real good work on one of the school episodes.
What?
Blitzer did some real good work on one of the original school episodes.
What?
Sandy Hook.
Yeah, say it. Say it. We're not scared here.
Handy stuff.
Yeah. Candy shook. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
he did some good work there.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been around a long time. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see what's next. You guys all right? And you guys want to talk?
I'm good.
Chuck, I love your picture.
You gonna play the song? No, not you. Not you. The actual song. I'm just kidding. Go.
But it does fit the live. Okay.
It does.
Just kidding. Oh, let's have fun. All right. So, let's. I'm trying to see what I got next here. You know, we got so much propaganda BS. It's. Did you guys enjoy that last one? You got to say yes.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah, it was a good one. All right. So, let's see. I can't. You know, when you start looking at so many videos, you can't remember everything that's on it. But this was CBS. Do you remember this one? CBS. You're like, oh, good old CBS. No, it's CBS.
CBS.
Israel massing tanks on Gaza border for accepted invasion. So let's see.
From Gaza, where the sun is expected to rise within the hour, shining light on the latest damage. More than 1,000 people have been killed there. At this hour, Gaza's only power plant has no more fuel, and its biggest hospital is facing the possibility of a blackout.
More than 1,200 have been killed in Israel. The White House saying the number of Americans killed is now at least 22, with 17.
Okay, so anybody that understands, you know, the propaganda in numbers, and I have to say this because it really irks me. How do they know how many 22 Americans have been killed and still 15 missing? How do you know that? How do you really, really know that? You know, I mean, for real. I mean, if I were to die walking across the street where I live and I got killed, how would the world know it tomorrow that I was in the statistics of being dead? Really?
Yeah.
I think that takes a while for that you know.
It sounds good though. Come on.
Well, when you don't make a social media post for a certain while in the world they live in, I guess you're dead. You know what I mean? So
All right.
that's what they must be based
So
on.
if I don't come on for a week, you guys will understand. I'm just kidding. You'll know. I'm just saying it really bothers me because if you don't understand, I mean, how do they come up? Oh, we've had 1,200 people dead. Really? How do you know that? How do you really, 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 really know that?
And then they follow that up.
How can you confirm that?
700 of them were children.
Oh, we've got more. We've got some good ones coming up, guys. You just reminded me of them. But here we go. Let's play this.
Hey, before you start that, can I say one
And
thing?
tonight,
William was asking, do you think Iran will get involved? I think they will, and I think we all know that Albert Pike's World War III. I mean, this is how they do it.
Yeah.
I mean, but we just don't know. These people that do it are very patient. 9/11 was part of this, and everybody thought that was it. Just like in 2020, we thought that was it, but things went back to normal. I think when you think it's going to happen, it doesn't. I think it's going to happen when you don't think it's going to happen.
Right.
And it's just my opinion. But
right. But I do think that they're gonna make this big. There's something big.
They are. Yeah. They. Let a crisis go to waste. Yep.
Right. Yeah. The Ukraine war in Russia. I mean, if anybody ever looked at that, I'm sorry. You guys can get mad at me and hate me for it or leave my channel, but it was all fake. I'm sorry. It was. I didn't see any that, but they did what they made real was they killed our economy for it. So not only are they going to do more of that with this one, because we know we're going to support them. I think they're gonna take out a lot of countries.
Also, look at the legislation that gets passed. Like with 9/11, you had all these departments created, like the Homeland Security, the TSA, you had the NDAA, and then during COVID, you had all this medical tyranny that was implemented. So just look at like our foreign policy with what happens with all of this. I mean, that's what they do when they create these crises, is they tighten the net up. You know what I mean? Each time it gets a little tighter and we're more of a police state. Like they tighten up the noose around our necks.
So it's like a snake, like a boa constrictor or something like that.
That's exactly right. That's exactly the serpent. A serpent.
Serpent.
Sorry, I'm texting.
And all the events, there's a results from them that we may not see, and we look at the event and we can see the untruth and what we're told. But then they do pass laws, many laws. You've already got hundreds of laws passed, not only in Texas but other places as well, because of the Uvalde event. And these things bring repercussions that are not good for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dub, it's the stuff we don't see a lot of times,
Yes.
All right, so we're gonna play this. And
Danny's in here.
Yeah, I know. I just addressed him. That's who I was texting.
About time you showed up.
I know.
Danny.
That's what I told him. I said, we mentioned you a couple of times. I played one of your videos, and you weren't even here. What's up with that? Well, one of the videos you sent me, anyway. But, hi, Lisa. We missed you. But, Danny, you're late. I'm just kidding. Anyway.
State Department upgraded its travel warning for Israel and the West Bank to level 3, which means reconsider travel. President Biden met with Jewish community leaders at the White House today.
This attack.
Okay. All right. Oh, I was like trying to look at this video going, why did I want to present this video? Listen to our wonderful leader of the United States and listen to his talking.
We love you, Mr. President.
We love you. Stop it, Chuck. Don't make me boot you out of here.
Okay, sorry.
I'm just kidding.
I thought I was muted. Never mind.
Oh, yeah, you're like, whoopsie.
She can put you out of here, man.
I can get you out of here quick. But anyway, this was part of what I wanted to show. Oh my gosh. So everybody listen closely in how our president talks, because we know how he does. And boy, he's a wonderful leader. Anyway, here we go. Let me go a little bit back before he starts talking. Listen closely, and we're going to have to laugh about it. Anyway, here we go.
Jewish community leaders at the White House today.
This attack was
campaign of pure cruelty.
A campaign of pure cruelty. This, yeah.
Yeah, pouring it on thick.
Let's listen back again. Campaign. Okay.
At the White House today.
This attack was a campaign of pure cruelty.
Yeah.
Hey, and real quick, Michelle, both sides, think about it. The Republicans and Democrats are all saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Both sides are saying the same exact thing. So why don't people, think about that?
Yeah. He speaks well, though.
Yeah, he does.
Hey, Derek made a comment, and I wanted to say that we don't have to take pleasure in whatever and all the things that they do. So, yeah, it's okay to have feelings, to an extent.
It is.
Yep.
If you believe what you're being told and shown, give that some serious thought.
Yeah. Who's being told that is our president is not really who they say he is. That's not our president. But anyway, I just kind of mumbled on, and we're going to go ahead and start again.
House today.
This attack was a campaign of pure cruelty. And I would argue it's the deadliest day for Jews since the Holocaust.
And tonight, heartbreaking images. And we see the faces of the men and women from our area who've been killed.
Aren't they beautiful pictures? These are these Americans that have been killed.
Look at your one-eyed symbolism there. But anyway, shadow
There you go.
guys.
Good catch there. But aren't they like really good pictures? Very well looking, good looking kids or people,
Oh, yeah.
model looking, yeah.
And tonight,
Hey,
heartbreaking
real quick,
images.
remember how
And we-
they're trying to compare this as their 9/11, or they keep on referring back to the Holocaust with it over and over. So their 9/11
Always.
Holocaust.
Exactly.
See the faces of the men and women from our area who've been killed as friends and family share their stories.
We have team coverage once again tonight, bringing you the
Hey,
latest
Michelle,
from the
real
Middle
quick,
East and also
too, about those pictures. I saw this a while back where they can actually use CGI and create a fake person. You know what I mean? They actually can do that. Not
Nobody
saying
would,
these people are. Yeah, not saying these people are, but
no, but what you're saying is they can overlay, say, this
Mhm.
guy here and put another picture over this guy, and it would make a different guy that nobody knows, nobody's ever seen before. And they're like, oh yeah, how nice, oh my God, that guy died for, he was one
yeah,
of the
yeah. And
I was telling
there's
you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
well, real quick, there's this channel. You guys, I'm not promoting the actual channel, but it's CP3, like the Star Wars robot CP3, but it's meme, MEME. What he does is he overlays people's faces with other people's faces, and he's the one that did that Dylan Mulvaney, the tranny with Joe Biden's face. I'm just telling you, I mean, if this average guy out here can do it to make it look like, I mean, they can make anybody say anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? With the
Yeah.
technology.
And I really think with a lot of psyops, okay, not saying this is a psyop, I'm just kidding, but with a lot of psyops like Vegas, I bet you all of those were all CGI. I really do, because say if I wanted to make everything fake, you'd have to do the pictures fake too, because nobody would know that person. Like, oh, they lived in Sacramento, California, down the street from me, but you didn't know them, because you never saw them before, because they changed the picture on them.
Right.
What I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? So that nobody could relate to that picture, because you're like, oh, okay, oh my gosh, that person died. Oh, I'm so sad. You would never know.
And along the same line, for those that may not be familiar with the Vegas event, Supposedly, the story is 58 people were killed. Well, they show 58 people. They show pictures of 58 people that were said to be killed. Now, if they weren't killed, if the original narrative is not correct, then how about those 58 pictures? Are they of real people that are have somehow now passed on?
Well, are you
Or-
going to actually see a funeral running down the street for that person that you don't know or that you've never seen before? If you don't recognize the face, you're never going to know. Everything that they relate to us is fake until proven real at this point.
It has to.
Yeah.
Just from another perspective, real quick, in the movies, they've been coming off a lot of movies. The other day, I watched a Indiana Jones, and they had Harrison Ford younger CGI. I've seen Will Smith as a younger CGI. I've seen that guy off the Tron movies as a younger CGI. Like it's weird what they do with technology. I don't know if you guys even know what I'm saying. If you watch movies, anybody. But,
I mean, exactly. Think about what they can do in real movies. You know, I mean, think about owning the whole media. I mean, they own all the media, and what they can do. The money is endless. I mean,
Hey,
go ahead.
another thing, like I said, we're not telling anybody what to think. We're just saying you got to take into all of this in account, and you got to make your own mind up. You have to take the emotion. You got to forget about the little puppies that they found, where the family got killed, and the children and the little girls. You got to take all that out of there, and you got to critically think. You need to critically look at the facts and take the emotion out.
Absolutely. And Danny, you miss Danny's like puppy strong.
That's funny.
We did show your video, Danny, that you sent to me, and you missed it. See, that's what's up.
And not what to think, but just to think.
Yes.
Look at.
Yes. Think for yourself. Think for yourself. And everything that they tell you is happening, use your eyes at what actually they're showing you. Because what they're showing you and what they're telling you is two different things. Period.
There's also a scripture that says even the elect would be deceived if it were possible. In other words, there's a small elect group that's going to be led by the Spirit and critically think, that's not going to be deceived. But other than that, they deceive the whole world. The God of this world that controls everything, they deceive everybody.
There's been several events that have been worldwide, not just here, and that have occurred other places, not just in the U.S., but have been worldwide. They have affected people worldwide with these events that, to me, are questionable. I'll just phrase it that way.
Just think of it this way. They control the media. So,
including this one.
So just think, okay, what they show in the United States, they say if we were at war, or they could be telling them we're at war and we don't even know it because they're not showing it in the United States. Do you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So like they can say, I don't know, wherever they're at war, they're showing the United States they're at war, but they're not showing Palestine or Israel they're at war.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
Well said, Michelle.
That's something that always lays heavy on my mind because they control the media so well. They're not going to show Palestine and Israel what they're showing us.
Exactly. Well said.
So, go ahead.
I mean, that Smith-Mund Act video, towards the end, it talks about alternative media YouTube channels because they know that the mainstream in Hollywood, everything would be going to social media, you know, and they honestly, perception is reality. What everybody thinks is reality. I mean, you got to watch out for, because nobody believes the mainstream anymore, except for the few people that believe the mainstream. Who, I mean, they got them. Who cares about them? You know.
Right.
Most of the world believes the mainstream.
Right. Whatever.
Right. Well,
If they watch the news every day, that's what they believe.
Yeah.
But another thing too is like when you might see a video here and there that slips through the cracks or whatever. I don't believe that they're going to let someone from Israel or Palestine let a video slip through the cracks to get to us. Like, oh, well, this is not happening. This is not the way that I don't believe that. I believe they control all of it. They control whatever they want us to see. That's it.
well, they control us by putting us in an echo chamber.
Yeah, exactly, 100%. So when
I like being in my echo chamber sometimes, though, so I don't have to get bothered by as many, you know.
Well, and I think that's why we're all here, because, you know, we get to talk about this, and it's not going to go nowhere. This live's not going to go anywhere. It's going to only go so far, and I'm going to have my 500 views by next week, maybe.
The only place your lives ever go is in the delete bin, if possible, by then.
Exactly. You'll never be able to find it again. 500 people will watch it, and that's it. 500 people.
But Michelle, if you reach one that really matters, isn't that all that counts? Honestly.
Yes. One.
If you can reach one, then it's worth it.
Yeah, one is a victory for me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I then my job is complete.
Amen. Yeah.
Let's watch what they have to say.
Okay.
Stories from our area.
And let's begin with CBS 2's Dick Brennan now. Dick.
Well, Maurice and Christine, more than 250 bombs were dropped on Gaza in a single hour overnight. In Israel, rockets continue to fall as well. And there are new, and we wanted to warn you, very disturbing stories emerging tonight.
Yeah, very disturbing. Everybody viewer discretion is advised, YouTube.
About horrifying acts committed by Hamas. Israel is massing tanks and troops on the Gaza border for an expected invasion.
I don't think that I should be advertising too much in terms of schedule. The end result is the dismantling of Hamas's military capabilities.
Throughout Israel, unimaginable grief as families buried their loved ones.
Did you notice? Wait, I just now noticed that they're all in black. Every one of them. Look at this. Everybody they're showing is in black. Let me go back.
Hamas's military capabilities.
Throughout Israel, unimaginable grief as families buried their loved ones.
Funeral, Carol.
And the rain of rockets continue. People huddle amidst the wail of air raid sirens. Jacob Landau is a dual U.S.-Israeli citizen who came from Brooklyn to help.
It's painful for our country, for our people. It's not a personal thing. It's all of us.
Israel says the Hamas airborne assaults are getting deadlier.
We know that in the last decade, Hamas has invested millions and millions of dollars in improving their weapons.
For people who survive massacres, there are nightmares.
Even to describe what I've been through is not even equivalent to The Walking Dead.
Lee Sassy fled the Nova Music Festival and joined nearly 40 people in a cramped bomb shelter, but they were discovered by Hamas.
Same video.
Hamas terrorists.
We had to bury ourselves under these dead corpses.
Really? Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
The dead corpse are gonna save you in a bombing atmosphere.
Where did the dead corpse come from?
Right.
You're in a bomb shelter that you just ran into, and I would think the other people just ran into it also, and now you're hiding under dead corpse.
Well, how about this for a second? She just compared this to like like a movie or something like that.
The Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead. There we go. And then in the movies, you learn how to like take a dead body and throw it on top of you to protect you, because you always do that to protect you. You just pick up a dead guy.
Right. They grab people and they like somebody that's already dead that they've shot, and they pull them over them and they shoot the other people because they're blocked. Yeah.
So she might be in a movie. She just don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, Michelle,
Huh.
real quick. Oh, I'm sorry. Show that picture I just sent you to everybody. That's the leader of Hamas that they're using. That's the character. To show that picture before you continue.
All right. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Hey, by the way, this is about when we get our Indian cry. The other day, this was a la 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 la.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, share it. Copy and nearby.
I mean that picture, picture speaks 1,000 words. They were just showing that guy a minute ago.
Wait a minute. Give me a second, because it's not as easy as you think it is.
Well, don't worry about it. It ain't that big deal. I just thought you could just show it real quick, but if it's not a big deal.
Yeah, because it's. I have to send it to Skype.
Don't worry about it. You see what it is? It's that guy holding up the big 666, like right in front of the microphone. I mean, it's pretty blatant.
Yeah.
Terrorists.
We had to bury ourselves under these dead corpses to protect ourselves from the.
So you have to. Where's the emotion coming from her? You have to bury yourself under a dead corpse. That's not. I'd be like under my friend or.
Oh, come on, you don't do that every day. We do that all the time here.
You're gonna call these people a dead corpse. It's like the language they use that is not believable to me.
No, not at all. She's reading in a
from these
letter.
grenades that were hitting, and from the rifles and the RPG, you could hear the terrorists laughing from excitement, laughing from happiness that we're dying.
So how come she's
Play
not
that
dead?
again. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, we gotta. That's why I did this video. Okay. Because she's good.
We had to bury ourselves under these dead corpses to protect ourselves from these grenades that were hitting, and from the rifles and the RPG. You could hear.
Hey, well, how's a dead
terrorists
corpse going to protect you from a grenade?
It's not.
I know.
It's not.
These dead corpses to protect ourselves from these grenades that were hitting, and from the rifles and the RPG. You could hear the terrorists laughing from excitement, laughing from happiness that we're dying.
Rescue workers described unspeakable atrocities at the Kfar Aza kibbutz. Babies and children murdered.
I saw a lot more that cannot be described.
13-year-old Renana Batsa Swissa was born and raised on the kibbutz. She says the fact.
Okay, so I think the last few videos that I have. So these are people from Israel that they're interviewing or showing. I want to point out that they do not have a very big accent. They sound more American to me, but I'm just going to point that out real quick. And this is one of them.
She is alive is a miracle.
I was thinking many moments, this is going to be my last moment. And I was so afraid if someone's coming, because they're going to rape me, or they're going to take me, or they're going to shoot me.
Renana and her family spent 16 hours hiding. She says her mother gave her hope.
In those hard moments where we thought the Hamas is going to come in any second, she told me to think about the Taylor Swift performance we're going to in June, and how I'm going to sing, and how much she's going to feel me, that I'm going to make it to June, and I'm going to make it out of there alive.
Now we're up to 16 hours.
Taylor Swift got her through it. Taylor Swift is the one. Thank you, Taylor.
Well, that and her mom. And remember, she's only 13, but she's as big as her mom, and she definitely looks older than 13.
Yeah.
She does.
Yeah.
When they were trapped, Renana told her mother that if they made it out alive, she can give her a kiss anytime she wants. Now her mother says she gives her a kiss every minute.
See how they're
Marissa
playing on
Christina.
emotions? They're playing hard.
Every minute. She has a timer on her phone. Every minute it goes beep, kiss, beep, kiss.
Beep, kiss, beep, kiss.
Wait, you guys, I'm trying to cry here. Okay. All right. Anyway, so I thought that was a good one. What'd you guys think?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And for those who might think we're insensitive to pain and suffering, no, that's
we're not.
the case.
We're not. We all know there's death. We know that people die every day. We are not auto hoaxers where we don't understand or have emotion. We're believers.
Yes, we are not auto hoaxers to certain people on YouTube that say we are.
Rebbe, you have to step aside, Rebbe.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. We're not liking you right now, Rebbe. I'm just kidding.
Hey, I die for you every day. Come on.
That's right, Rebbe.
Yeah.
That's right, Rebbe.
Just remember, a kiss a minute.
A kiss a minute.
You ought to play that 30-second clip too, Michelle, sometime. The one that Sergio about the guy that said we die for you every day. Remember that one?
No.
You know, the JOO that was talking about, well, you guys only worship one of us. Yeah.
You need to worship all of us.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, just remember the puppy, Rebbe.
Yeah.
We got puppies involved.
Puppy strong, according to
Puppies
Danny.
strong. Oh, goodness. All right, so we're getting down to some good ones, so here we go. Oh. This one was USA Today. Palestinians flee northern Gaza and as evacuation windows close. Ooh. Okay, here we go.
Said it's offering Palestinians safe passage from northern Gaza to the south for the next 7 hours.
Press pause for a minute, Michelle. Just give her a break for a minute.
Oh.
It was lagging and not catching up.
Okay, that's fine. We don't want no lag in here.
It caught up, I think, now. It did.
All right.
Gaza, where Israel has told Palestinians to go. Medical officials tell NBC News an Israeli airstrike Friday struck a convoy as it was trying to head south from Gaza.
You know, I just kind of wonder what hospital wraps someone's head like that. I mean, I've never, ever seen anybody's head wrapped like that unless it's in the Middle East.
Wow.
Really?
Yep.
I'm just saying.
Gaza City, killing 70 Palestinians and wounding 200, most of them women and children. 1 million Palestinians now face an impossible choice: stay in northern Gaza and face.
What's that look like to you guys?
That looks like a lot of insertion going on.
That looks like an eye to me. That looks like an eye.
That traffic's just crazy. And then was there a bunch of people marching there in the bottom right of the screen? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, what is all that stuff there on the...
You got a bus over here and...
Right there with the shadow. Right coming out of the shadow, there's something all right in the road there. But anyway, yeah, that's just too many cars in one spot. How do they even get in there? You
Right.
know?
Yeah. And why'd they have to show this? I don't get it.
A possible Israeli incursion or flee to the south as refugees and maybe get bombed on the way. Salma Shura is a 22-year-old dental student.
There's no shelters. They cut off the water. All the bathrooms are closed. They cut off the internet. Here
They cut off the internet, but she... Okay. So this was another one. You know, they always cut off the internet and do all kinds of stuff during the wars, but they always have internet. She has internet to do this interview. I don't get it. Okay, anyway.
living times that have never existed in any humanity possible. This aggression needs to be over. Palestinian life matter. Gaza life matter. We're not numbers.
Israel has revealed new details after Hamas's surprise attack on Saturday, when roughly
Video game.
2,000 Hamas militants blew holes in Israel's border fence and went on a killing and kidnapping spree, murdering more than 1,300 and taking upwards of 150 hostages,
I don't believe it.
including Americans. Documents found on bodies of Hamas fighters and released by the Israeli military.
I don't
reveal
understand why
Hamas
that one
knew
body bag had an Israeli flag hanging off it. I mean, what's that to signify?
They have to identify the. Well, at least they're not putting like it's a him or a her. You know, just kidding.
Oh, they're going country men flag.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least they're not non-binary. I'm just kidding.
Not John Doe and Jane Doe.
Just saying. I know that was not.
That was
not
just
right.
thrown in.
That was just thrown in, but I couldn't resist when you said that. I'm sorry. All right. Anagram. All right. So, yeah. Well, they've got to because it's for the camera.
Israeli defenses and weaknesses in detail, and specifically planned to attack schools and civilian communities, despite claims by the militant group that it only targets soldiers. Israel missed warning signs. Hamas even constructed a mock village in Gaza to practice its assault and train to destroy border fences and use paragliders. Secretary Blinken...
Paragliders.
And this was a surprise to the best intelligence agency known.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Traveled to Qatar as part of a broad American effort to contain
Hey, the
conflict
missiles
from
won't work,
spreading
but the
across
paragliders will.
the least.
Right, Brian?
But protests
Yes.
are intensifying in the...
So the protests are going on. So the one thing that Chuck wanted to let us know that, yeah, protests are going on in all the colleges, and those are real. It's real. And yeah, look around for protests in colleges through the country, because your daughter goes to college.
Mm-hmm.
And so your wife actually let you know that, right? Is that how you told me?
Yeah.
All right.
The Arab world. This morning, the Israeli military released footage, it says, of a group of militants it attacked as they tried to enter Israel.
You know, okay. Real quick, I have to say this every time that I think about something. If I don't tell you, okay, so isn't military a little bit more secret? I'm just saying, like if it was U.S. military, wouldn't they be more secret about what they're doing? And would they tell the whole world and show you pictures of what the military is doing until they got it all set up and, you know, to present it? Or is it all fake? Or is it fake till proven real? I'm a little bit confused, but I just wanted to say that.
Has anybody ever heard of Chelsea Manning, formerly known as Bradley Manning? Him and the WikiLeaks dude supposedly, release stuff like this on the internet.
Would that person be transgender?
Yeah, he is now. And he was running for a political position since he became a tranny too.
Look, Brian, you need to address him as a her, because it's a her now, right?
He served in the U.S. Army as a man, and now he's a woman.
Yeah.
So it's a her. It's a her. Get it right, Brian. It's a her. I'm just kidding. But yeah, exactly.
From Lebanon, journalists have also come under fire. An Israeli shell hit a group of press in Lebanon near the Israeli border, killing a Reuters videographer and wounding 6 others. Israel says it's investigating the incident.
So as I mentioned, the Israeli strikes are continuing in the northern Gaza Strip, but They are focusing today, it seems, in the south of the Gaza Strip, and we have an indication why that might be. A short while ago, Hamas, the military wing, which carried out that assault on Saturday, issued a statement saying that from southern Gaza a short while ago, its fighters managed to cross again into Israel and attack Israeli troops. Peter, Laura.
Richard Engel on the ground for us again. Richard, we want your team to stay safe there. Thanks for being with us. Appreciate you.
No, he's
Hey,
on a
thanks for
rooftop.
watching. Don't miss the Today Show.
Yeah, we appreciate. Oh, well, let's get this guy off the screen.
And they slipped in there that Israelis accidentally hit a media crew in Lebanon. How did Lebanon get in that little series?
Because they want to include it, Dub. That's how they roll. I don't know. You guys are too quiet.
I'm good.
All right, just checking. All right, I'm trying to pull up my. I had to put my other phone on the charger. Now I've got my other phone. I got to pull up the live so that I can.
Dog and pony shows were crazy in the military. We would clean up the whole base just for some high-ranking person to come in and be like, yeah, whatever.
Isn't that stupid? Like with any job, to me that's stupid. I mean, like with any job, they're like, oh my gosh, corporate's coming in. Let's scrub the bathrooms and scrub this and scrub that. And I'm like, if you just do it all the time, every day, then you wouldn't have to be, running around all freaking out, That's just my theory. Hi, Wendy. Good to see you. Hi, Honeycut. Good to see you. I'm glad you guys can make it. Let me see. Rhonda. Flatlined. Let's see if I see anybody else. I'm sorry I missed you guys, but we were playing videos, but do appreciate you guys coming by. But I did want to acknowledge you guys. So let's do this. I'm sorry, Brian. Did I interrupt you?
No.
Okay. All right. So I know the next two videos that I have left are still pretty good. So let's see what we got. Let's see. This is one that Chuck sent me. So let's see what they have to show us. It's called Israel-Gaza War. I don't even know how to say his name. It says next stage is coming. Netanyahu. That's how you say his name.
Israel's war is about to widen, marking their weapons. The next stage could be a combination of air, sea, and land strikes. There'll be an emphasis on what the military's describing as...
There's your 13. So I just wanted to say this. I mean, think about, yes, technology has advanced, but I mean, do they have to, like, everything's taken from, by video? I mean, do you have to watch this tank back up? I mean, I'm just saying, everything is photoed now, and I think it's BS.
Significant ground operations. Troops listen as a top commander tells them their country is watching, and from here they move forward.
Those who witness these difficult, unimaginable sights on Shabbat will also have the privilege of witnessing the great victory of the IDF and the State of Israel over Hamas.
Israeli forces are also mobilizing in the north, where they've struck another enemy, Hezbollah, in next-door Lebanon. Last week's carnage erupted on this man's watch. Benjamin Netanyahu now meeting with soldiers in southern Israel. They tell him about the Hamas attack against communities here that triggered this war. Are you ready? He asks. This was one of the places the Prime Minister visited. The kibbutz of Kfar Aza is a hellscape. Israeli forces describe what happened here as a massacre. No rush to remove the killers.
Yes, here in the kibbutz.
We met one soldier who just found out a friend and her partner had been confirmed dead.
We traveled together, and she was a good friend. And let's go to your house. The worst news? I don't know. Just think about your friend who just gone, and you not see him again. Not have any words.
And obviously you're a soldier. I mean, you're part of the military response. Like, how does it make you want to have revenge?
I don't want revenge. I just want justice.
Okay, so if you're part of the military, do you think you're going to take interviews? I don't think so. I know that I worked for corporations, like Kroger, for example. We were not allowed to talk to media. Do you think any military is allowed during a war to sit there and talk to?
They won't let you. They have a certain media branch that has to be cleared by all the higher ups. But yeah, they won't let you.
I mean, think about how high the security is for military. You can't even basically even say your name. So that's another point I wanted to make on that. So.
And if the order came, would you be ready to go into Gaza if you had to?
And he shouldn't be allowed to say yes, no, maybe so. Is that correct, Brian?
You have to speak to the public information officer.
Well, I never had that go on, but I know if you're a prisoner of war, all you got to do is give your name, rank, social security number. You don't tell them anything else, but I was never a prisoner of war, thank God. But
I know.
Where I was at, you can't just have reporters coming up, first of all. They just ain't going to be there. You know what I mean? You ain't going to have random civilians walking around like that.
I know that Dub was part of the military. I know that Danny was part of the military. And Danny, would you say that it would be okay for you to walk up to the media, while you're in war? I mean, just think about that. These are the kind of things I want to point out. I'm just saying. I just caught that. So.
If I had to, I will go.
And you're not scared?
No.
You can see Gaza in the distance about a mile away. It's from there that the Hamas militants came. They broke through fences like this one. You can see here the twisted metal.
Oh, shut up.
As they tore through and then rampaged through the communities. There's a heavy Israeli military presence here now as they prepare for the next.
Does that look like military, broke? I mean, let's back that up, because if you're a part of a military anything, then
how many Americans died? They said 22.
Yeah. Yep. 22.
All right. So a dentist just came on. They were interviewing a little bit ago. She was 22 years old. If you rewind a little bit, this gate has 22 on it. I don't know why I just noticed all those things, but I did.
Anyway. Yeah, that's why you're on the show.
The other gate has the 22 on it, but that was just weird stuff, in all these videos even.
Yeah. Yep.
Next phase in their response. And as we were standing here, we could hear the distant sound of gunfire.
As they pan out, yeah, you can hear it now.
The gunfire.
Israel's war on Gaza has.
What?
The gunfire always shows up on cue.
Yeah, it does.
Largely been fought from a distance for now.
Oh, look, you got a bird over here.
Now. That's about to change.
And then you got military walking across the screen. Come on now. Come on, please. Please. I'm just saying. It really irks me. Anyway.
Deborah Haynes, Sky News, Southern Israel.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, girl. Okay, girl. All right. So I saved the best for last. I'm just kidding. Actually, I didn't watch this video all the way through, but I already knew it was going to be good just because who's in it. So there we go. So, Israel woman describes hiding in a closet, being taken hostage by Hamas. Okay. And we know that we have Pooper on scene. Oh, Cooper. I'm sorry.
She was hiding in the closet, and he came out of the closet. What?
Yeah,
No.
something.
go.
Very,
Yeah.
very good. Very good. That's a good way of describing this video. But again, she's an Israeli woman. Let's see how good her English is. She sounds pretty much like someone from the United States would talk, but that's just me, that's just my opinion, YouTube. But let's listen to this interview.
Avital, can you just walk us through what happened when your home was attacked?
Yes. We were hiding in the shelter. Chaim Katzman, who is a friend of mine, living next to me, and me, we were hiding in the closet. And then the terrorists came and they bombed the door, the bullets, and they all entered into Chaim Katzman's body. So I was saved thanks to him. And then they pulled me out of the closet. They told me to cover myself. So I just took 3 skirts and put them on me, one on my legs, one on my shoulders, and one on my head. And then they took me to my living room.
Wait.
Does she sound Israeli to anybody? I'm just asking.
I don't know. I want to hear the story about 3 skirts, though. Right? Isn't that what she said? She took 3 skirts and covered herself?
Right.
Yep.
Oh, we're going to listen to the whole video. I just was getting opinions on if she sounded Israeli. So.
Well, she has the down, at the end of one word in the very beginning. But
okay.
that was about it.
But it sounds pretty English to me. Anyway, let's go ahead.
So wait. So the person you were with in the closet was shot.
He was murdered. Yes.
And you were shot as well?
Does she look distraught because he was murdered?
I was about to say that. This is her good friend that was just murdered.
If anybody was murdered in front of me, I don't care if I didn't know you, I would be frantic.
A little shaken up.
Just a little bit.
She looks like a wannabe actress.
No, stop it, Chuck. Stop.
Maybe
Stop.
even a has-been.
Stop. That's not. That's just not where we're trying to go here, Chuck.
I know.
All right.
I wasn't. I was saved because he was next to the door, and they shot him, and they saved him. I don't know why. They just took me out of there, and I was saved. He absorbed all the bullets into his body, and when I went out, I saw him dead.
They took you to the living room.
Ugh. He is about as evil.
Yes.
Look at this face.
He's the worst one.
I just. Anyway, I just had.
If anybody doesn't know, he's of the Gloria Vanderbilt. That's his mother.
Yeah.
So, the Gloria Vanderbilt line, and he's definitely he even admits that he was ex-CIA, and we know about people that are ex.
Yeah. They're not. They're never ex.
Right.
All right.
They took me to the living room, and then came more terrorists with the children of my friend Adi, she is still missing. They gave me Eshel, he is 4.5 months old, and Negev, who is almost 4 years old. both traumatized, and they just gave them to me. And from there, they took me to another home. It was a family in the shelter, and they tried to convince them to go out of the shelter, and they told me what to tell them in order to come out. Thankfully, they did not listen, not to me, not to the terrorists, obviously.
And these children.
So this reminds me of Lahaina. Oh my gosh, Lee, stop.
That's a loud phone.
Yeah, it is.
That's my other phone. Sorry. It's a customer. It's a customer. Already know because I got it programmed in my phone. But anyway. But yeah, you know. So I lost my train of thought. Here we
go. They must have been terrified. Were they crying?
Yes,
Were they?
Shut up, Pooper. Pooper. Sorry, Pooper.
Are you silent? I mean, this is.
They were traumatized. They were shocked. Negev had a bullet that crossed his foot, and Eshel, the baby, he was breathing so much gunfire, and his lungs were absorbing.
Okay, let's back that one up because I don't remember that one.
She keeps on talking about how his body, the bullets entered his body, and then his body absorbed the bullets, and now she's just about to say how his lungs absorbed the bullets. That's some weird verbiage.
Dang, that's crazy.
See, one of the children whose lungs had absorbed.
Okay, so that's kind of point I've been trying to make. So what you hear, you have to see to make sure that it all matches up. And,
exactly.
And it's not matching up. I'm sorry.
Had a bullet that crossed his foot, and Eshel, the baby, he was
That's a
breathing
magic
so
bullet.
much gunfire, and his lungs were absorbing so much. Yeah, both of them were traumatized, and they were just quiet. They kept gazing at the terrorist with terrified eyes.
Hey, real quick, you know when they touch their face and look to the left, back it up like 5 minutes.
And down.
If you look at the most telltale people line, they always look to the left and they scratch their face. Watch her.
They were shocked. Negev had a bullet that crossed his foot, and Eshel, the baby, he
Watch your
was
eyes.
breathing so much gunfire, and his lungs were absorbing so much.
Right here comes.
Yeah, both of them were traumatized, and they were just quiet. They kept gazing at the terrorist with terrified eyes.
She didn't even finish her comment. She said that he was inhaling gunfire or something with and then his lungs were, and then she stopped and has to go scratch her face, like Chuck said.
So much. Yeah, both of them were traumatized, and they were just quiet. They kept gazing at the terrorist with terrified eyes. From there,
and these are infants.
Yeah.
Gazing at the terrorists with terrified eyes.
And these are infants.
One is a 1-year-old and a 4-year-old.
Okay.
At a certain.
You're talking about a 5-year-old child and a 4.5-month-old child.
Okay. All right. Well, he summed it all up. Thank you, Pooper.
We're just asking that.
We were just asking.
They actually said 4 and 4 in the beginning, a 4.5-month-old and a 4-year-old. So 44 kill is all I heard.
There you go.
A almost 4 years old child and a 4.5 month.
There's your 44.
Almost 5-month baby who is still breastfeeding. His mother is missing.
So there's 3 kids.
Gorgeous kids of my dear friend who is still missing.
She's still missing. We don't know where she went. She ran out the door and ran down the street and left her kids there. And
But
She's
Anderson in the United States of America is going to be able to help get them if he gets this out on CNN in your local town.
yeah.
Yep.
They'll find her. But they know 22 Americans were killed and 15 are still missing. They know that for sure. Just so everybody understands that. How do you take count? How do you know who's in Palestine? How do you know? Did everybody report in that I'm an American and my dad was killed? I'm an American and my sister was killed.
Well, at Handy Shook or whatever, they did have that sign that said everybody's got to report in, remember?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Maybe they got him on the potty cam, Michelle.
Oh, they probably did. They probably got him on video because they got everything else on video. So I don't know. I don't know. There we go.
Anderson Cooper is like the Sean Hannity of the left. You know, they're like two peas in a pod.
Yeah. Well, he is the pooper. the pooper scooper. I'm just kidding.
I didn't care. I just looked at the kids all the time to see what's going on with them, and that's it.
That's all I did. Was I looked at the kids. I just looked at the kids.
Yep.
Yeah. Even though I had
Just
my
another
friend
day.
die, was murdered right there in the closet or wherever, I just looked at the kids. Okay.
Just another day.
And then we crossed the border.
So do you think telling the story, telling the story, you had someone die that was in the closet with you, I guess. You have 2 or 3 kids, I don't even know. That was your friends that's still missing. And they're very young kids. Wouldn't you shed a tear? I mean, just one tear. Just one. Just one little tear.
It hasn't hit her. It hasn't hit her yet, Michelle. Let her grieve. It'll hit her.
Okay, I know the grieving process is different for all people, but you know, women are very emotional.
Yeah,
She
like
might
the,
be
like the one in DC that had the onion.
female Rambo. She might be a female Rambo. You know, we don't know. A female Rambo. She might be.
Hey, well, what about the tear stick? Maybe there's a reason. Maybe they want certain people to know. But we know they do have tear sticks where they can cry if they want.
And then
They might have been blown up. We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know if the tear sticks got blown up in the bombing.
there was a girl getting interviewed on January 6th that had a big onion inside of a towel, and she was rubbing her face with it.
Mm-hmm. Maybe she left it in the porta potty.
Yeah.
Have you seen my onion?
Just saying.
And we were like about 2 kilometers from Gaza, and I already saw the houses. And then they told me to go. They released us.
They said, just go with your 3 kids. Just go, lady.
Yeah,
We
okay.
don't care.
You're down here.
We killed your
See ya.
friend. We killed your friend, and just go.
Yeah.
She doesn't look very broken up about it, but like I said.
Do you know why?
I don't know why everyone is asking me that. I really don't know why. I don't know. I thank God for that, but I don't know why they say.
Don't bring God into this, because you are a deceiver. You're a deceiving woman.
Big time.
Rambo.
Big time.
You're a liar. You're a thief. You're a cheater. You are a POS. That's
Sellout.
all. Very much. You have sold your soul to bring out your little pretty face. But yeah, she's a POS. Sorry.
The kid's life and my life, they just told me to go.
Wow.
The end.
You saved the worst for last. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, right? Think for yourself. There's Megan. in my chat, we've been telling everybody today to think for yourself. Don't take my opinion or Chuck's opinion or Dove's opinion or Brian's opinion. Don't take our opinions to heart. Think for yourself. So, welcome, Megan.
You know,
So-
opinions are like buttholes.
Yeah.
Everybody has one, and they stink. But you got to form your own. You got to look at the evidence.
You didn't have to go that much in detail.
I'm sorry. That's true, though.
But yeah, so yeah, you got here really late, Megan. So you're gonna have to rewatch. So is Danny. But yeah, so that's what I had presented for you guys. I hope we made it through with not many glitches. But yeah, you know, it's BS. It's BS. We are not. The narrative is not what we're being fed, and I don't care what anybody thinks.
Hey, when CNN and Fox come together on the same story and they start supporting the same people, you know what I mean? That's when you need to think about it.
Right. I'm telling you. It's Danny says that's tight, Chuck.
No pun there, Danny.
I couldn't resist. Read that. And I understand, Megan, you've been so busy, but it's really good to see you. I'm glad that you could make. I was thinking about you earlier because I kept saying, "Think for yourself, think for yourself." But yeah. So you know, some people might get butt hurt.
No pun intended.
No pun. Yeah, exactly. But you know, yeah. So we do have to think for ourselves. If you get offended, you got to take your emotions out of it, because you know what? That's when the emotions get in the way of everything. Danny's posting a video and he's like really wanting me to go in and get it. So you guys, can you hang for one more video?
Sure.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Let me go in and
So
grab
yeah,
it.
though, seriously, don't let anybody make your mind up for you. That's the problem with people that watch the lame stream. They're too lazy, and it's easier just to be fed, you know, what everybody's thinking. And when you go against what the mainstream, it's hard because people will, you know, give you a hard time. They'll attack you. You know what I mean? You're not going to be popular. I mean, look at Flat Earth. I mean, how many people did that make popular when you tell your loved ones or whatever that we don't live on a spinning ball? You know, it's kind of the same thing.
Right. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy
you have
world
to really
out
love
there.
it. Yeah.
So this is very let's see. Let's see if we got everything up. Let everything catch up. Oh, there's our favorite chick on the screen. Yeah. Yeah. She was put up a couple years ago, but here she is again being used.
And why is mainstream media featuring a 2-year-old video if we're talking about today's events?
This is Al Jazeera. They're telling the truth, though.
Yeah, it says missile hits tower behind journalists while reporting Gaza. Danny, is this one on my channel?
Yeah, the same one.
So, the Hamas forces are believed to have brought multiple Israeli captives back into Gaza. Do you know anything about that? What can you report at this stage? All right. Yumna, please take cover.
Oh my goodness. All right. Yeah, this is not one that we've seen.
Is this one of the? Sorry, pause real quick.
Do so safely.
This is that guy that's like narrating again, right? Is that what we're watching?
No, we're
Yes.
watching. You know the one video I did on my channel like a week ago with the same reporter that was. I'm going to start it over again because
No, I know. I remember. I just thought we were having and seeing something where the people that were running and laying on the ground, and the guy was like, "All right, go ahead, make sure you zoom in on whatever, get the money shot." And I didn't know if that's what we were listening to. One of these things again. Sorry.
I don't know.
He said different. He said it's different, Brian.
Okay, let's see it.
Into Gaza. Do you know anything about that? What can you report at this stage? All right. Yumna, please take cover.
Please take
If you are in a
cover.
position
Yeah,
to
it's
do so
different.
safely, you can explain to us what we're happening. If you are not in a position to do so safely,
Yes.
then please get to safety.
No, it's okay. This is a missile attack on Palestine Tower, right in the middle of Gaza City.
Yumna, take a moment to breathe. Take a moment, you and your team. Take a moment to breathe, okay? Just take a moment as we are looking at this picture. We are hours into this war between Gaza and Israel, and we have just witnessed live what an Israeli air raid looks like on a populated area of Gaza City.
Yeah, that's what we saw.
That was a good one.
She's like that poor woman that was at all three mass events, remember?
Yeah.
She was at Sandy Hook, she was at Boston Bombing, and the gay nightclub, remember?
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
And Vegas. And,
Yep, there you go.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So we've hit about almost 3 hours. We're 20 minutes into 3 hours. You want to call it a day or what's up? Because that's all the videos I have. But do you guys want to talk?
Yeah, I think it was a good one, but whatever you mean, whatever.
That's up to you. I don't want you to be like, I gotta go in the chat. I'm just kidding. You have to work early, I'm sure. We have 51 watching right at this time, so it's up to you. I that's what I got, people. That's my presentation. Those are I'm very thankful that I got those to show you guys. But yeah.
Your internet held out pretty good.
Yeah. I thought it was a good live. And
It was.
Yeah, Danny, you're gonna have to rewatch because you missed it. But and so did you, Sergio. Awake got here pretty early. But yeah, this is what I'm seeing. I think my panel agrees. Everything's upside down. They're not going to show us what's really happening. They could be faking us all out. We don't know. But just saying, that's the propaganda. I'm not saying nobody's dying. I'm not saying I think there's going to be territory that's going to be claimed over all this. I think there's going to be other countries taken out. I don't know. I have
Just
no
don't believe
idea.
it until they prove it to you. Just fake
Eminent
until proven.
domain is real, and as far as
It's real.
Israel, yeah, as far as that place goes, it forever grows. You know what I mean? It keeps growing because of eminent domain.
We're just going to have to wait and see how it plays out, and we're just going to have to keep reporting. Like Chuck said, like everybody do your own videos. If you see a video, let us be the one presenting the news.
Yeah.
If you see it, film it, and let's share it. Danny's like, one more quick video. You're the link whore, Danny. I know. I don't mean that, but I'm getting ready to wrap it up. You came late. It's your fault. But I'm just saying, if you see it, film it. Let's be our own news. I think that's a very good point. You know, I'd rather do
Yeah.
that than report off of somebody else's video. But
Yeah, if you got a good
we're kind
video,
of
we'll
hooked.
share it. Yeah, we'll all share it. That's how, sharing is caring. Really, I mean, you share because the algorithms are going to promote this garbage that we've been watching tonight.
Yes, they like authoritative content.
They do.
Before closing out, Dub, do you want to say anything?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead.
I want to say I think exceptionally well done by Michelle.
Oh my gosh.
Biggest cheerleader. There you go. I agree, Dub. I agree.
Yeah, it was a good live feed.
All right. Oh, hi, our Mom. You're late,
She
and we're
missed.
getting ready
Oh,
to
yeah.
close.
She missed it all.
Yeah, we're getting ready to close the shot. Mary, same here. Welcome, Rhonda. Guys, you guys came in late. We're pretty much going into 3 hours now, and like 2 hours and 45 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and call it a day. Until next week, you guys go ahead and rewatch. It was a very good live, and you just put in the comments what you think. I'm pretty curious to see what everybody thinks. So yeah, please comment in the bottom of this live and let me know. That would be really cool. Thank you so much, Brian. Thank you so much, Chuck. Even though you're Rebby, Chuck,
Yeah.
I love you, brother, as always.
Yeah.
And
Love you guys. Thanks, Dub and Michelle and Brian.
Yep. Thank you all.
Until next week, thank you, everybody. Love you, Ange. Love you, everybody, for sticking with us. And we'll see you next week. And hang in there. I hope you all have a beautiful week, and God bless you all. Love you guys. Bye.
God bless. Later. Bye.